Hi Verse, it's me the Angel Man here today to give you guys another video. Welcome back Verse to another reaction video, and this one's gonna be really exciting Verse because today HBO came out with a new teaser, The Last of Us, and this is something that I've been really anticipating. I've seen images, I've seen some sneak peeks, but I don't want to watch anything that's too spoilery, right? Other than of course the trailers. And I'm really excited about this because I'm a huge fan of the video games. I'm a huge fan. I was there when they were first talking about it before the video game came out. I remember I saw the teasers when they were first released. I'm a huge fan of Naughty Dog. I love the projects that they've done. I played all their video games when I was young on the PlayStation 2. I played Crash Bandicoot, I played Jak and Dexter, all three of them. I played obviously the Uncharted franchise. I love Uncharted. I have all the video games of course. And then after Uncharted, you can tell that Uncharted was getting to the point where it was just about done. And I was kind of curious. I was just like, man, no more games from Naughty Dog that are like Uncharted. Like, what are they gonna do next? And then I started seeing teasers for The Last of Us, and I was like, The Last of Us? Okay. And then when I just saw what the concept was, which was zombies, right? But with something unique added to it, I was like, okay, I'm sold. And then of course, I bought the game the year it came out. Immediately, I was sucked in within like the first hour. I remember the game when it came out in 2013. I was so hooked on it. I loved it. I was a huge fan of the visuals. I was a huge fan of the characters. I was a huge fan of the story. The clickers were interesting. I even saw behind the scenes of how the game was made. It was interesting that the clickers, the way how they were infected, is that it's actually based off a real disease or virus that actually infects ants, but somehow has mutated onto humans. The fact that that's actually a real thing, I was like, can that really happen, or are we okay? And another thing also that I really loved about the game is that it had some of my favorite voice actors, one particularly being Troy Baker. This guy was the reason why I wanted to do voice acting. He was involved in so many projects that I watched that I didn't know he was a part of. He was a part of a lot of anime shows that I watched where I was like, wait, he played that character? And then he was a part of a lot of video games where I was like, wait, that was Troy Baker? I never realized that. And yeah, he was one of my favorite voice actors of all time when it came down to him during his prime. Now, you know, he's kind of here and there, you know, we obviously know Troy Baker's involved in a lot of stuff, right? He's like the go-to when it comes down to you wanting to bring in a huge video game or to play a major character. So when you hear Troy Baker, immediately when I hear something, I'm like, that's Troy, isn't it? Is that Troy? Yeah, that's Troy. Okay. But other than that though, a lot of great reasons to love The Last of Us video game. Then the second one came out. Oh my god. I have a lot to say about the second one also, and oh fuck it, I'll just say it now. So the second one, I hate Last of Us Part 2. I hate that game. Just because of the fact that I actually, at times, felt bored. I honestly felt bored playing that game at times, especially in the end. I almost didn't want to finish that game at all because just when I thought something was about to be done, when I thought the game was actually done at a certain point, the farm scene where Ellie was with her kid and girlfriend, right? And then you think, okay, she lost. It seems like the game might finish. It might be one of those endings where it's like, okay, you tried it, you went for it, failed, you know, you gotta move on. Nope, the game decides to keep going and then does a bunch of random choices, and then you're kind of like, well then what was the point of that? What was the point? You know, you can't help but to feel frustrated. And then of course, one of the biggest things about the game that people hated is the fact that Joel dies. Not later on or in general, he dies right in the beginning of the game, and you're pissed off because you're like, wow. So in the first Last of Us, I went through a whole entire game, hours to make sure this guy's alive, and then I waited 7-8 years to play the second one, and then you finally bring me the second one, and within the first 5-10 minutes he dies. What the heck? Right? You can't help but to feel frustrated. It's not really like a, it's more like a 10 minutes. Fucking 10 minutes. You know, it's like that. So if anybody actually was like, my reaction to that is, you really don't play video games a lot, do you? Because that's not really shocking. It was more frustrating when you think about it, because it's Joel. Why would you kill him right in the beginning? And then what was even more insulting is that when you're playing Ellie halfway in, it makes you play the character that you hate that killed Joel, and then you're supposed to like her, and you're like, no way. No. I remember all the reactions that people did online when they found out they had to play Abby, and then people were like, I would have rather fall off a cliff. Everybody kept saying the same thing.
Dad! Fuck this, man. I don't even know how to feel right now. So we're gonna find out who this girl really is.
This is the backstory of Abby.
Dad!
Abby is 4 years earlier.
Dad!
No, dude. No. 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 I don't care about her. Oh.
Dad?
Dude, this is so stupid. I don't want to see her fucking side. I don't want to see her fucking shitty justification for how she is. I can't believe they would actually make you fucking do this after all this shit. Like, it's like...
Dad!
Oh no, fuck this. Fuck
Dad!
this. I don't give a fuck. No. No. You do not. No. No.
I remember my reaction when I saw that I had to play Abby. I was like, oh no. What? Can I skip this mission? I don't want to play Abby. Why would I want to play Abby? I hate her. But yeah, The Last of Us 2, there was just so many problems with it. I'll probably talk about it more later on. But for now, Verse, I want to get straight to the teaser and get to my reaction about it. So with that said, let's get to it. Okay, The Last of Us teaser. Please be good. Here we go.
The roses have faded, there's
Okay.
frost at my door. The birds in the morning don't sing.
I got the watch.
anymore.
The broken watch.
The grass in the valley is starting to die, and out in the darkness the whippoorwills cry.
Okay.
The darkness is falling. The sky
Oh wow, okay. They got it just like in the game. Yeah.
distance is starting to fade.
I love that actor, man. Petro, I think that's his name.
Oh Lord, if you hear me, please hold my hand.
Oh, so they're gonna do the DLC too? Okay.
This is your chance.
Oh wow.
Of that shot.
Oh, okay.
And you said everything right.
Oh shit.
Save her, you can save her.
Oh, please understand.
Yep, and with them riding a horse. You're gonna see that a lot in The Last of Us. Okay. Alright, so, The Last of Us. Okay, so Verse, my thoughts on The Last of Us teaser. Okay, so let's talk about it. They made some small changes, but they're changes that I like. I love the atmosphere here. They picked it up perfectly lit, like the way how it was in the video game. Everything looks like shit, everyone's struggling, everybody's intense, right? No one's smiling at all. I love it. Alright, I love especially the scene that they showed with the two towers leaning on each other. That's in the video game. They did a great job doing it, but I expected it also because it's HBO. Let's be honest, almost every single project that's been on HBO is gonna be top notch, right? They have all the best actors, they clearly have the best writers, they're gonna have the best budget, and that's what I'm so happy about The Last of Us here, is that if it was on any other streaming service, especially Netflix, I would still be worried, because I'm just like, I don't know, I feel like they might not be able to do what the game did, so I don't know, right? But this is HBO, so I know it's gonna be top notch, and it is. I also love the environmental feel, and I say that because at times, right, especially towards the middle, it gave me a little bit of the Walking Dead type of feel, you know what I mean? But obviously with The Last of Us, and this is something that's also somewhat frustrating to me, is that I love zombies, right? Zombies, even though it's a concept that can get tiring at times, it's also a great one, right? I'm a huge fan of George Romero, rest in peace. You know, I bought his book. I'm also a huge fan of a lot of the projects he's done, and then I'm a huge fan of The Walking Dead mainly because of the comic, and I'm a huge fan of The Last Last of Us clearly because of the game. You know, the performance, everything. And here, I do love the actors. So I love who's playing Joel. The actor playing Joel, great choice. He looks just like Joel. I heard him speak. He has the same type of volume, the same type of negativity that Joel had, you know, because he's been through a lot of shit. He's clearly not happy. He's just like, oh, you know, he's always kind of exhausted. He's worn out. He has that same feel as Joel, and I buy him. Ellie. This is the one I was a little skeptical about. In the game, Ellie looks to me anywhere from like, let's say 12 to 14, maybe 15, just because of how mature she is. Here, when I saw this actress playing Ellie, at first my reaction was, that's Ellie? Right? And no disrespect to the actor at all. It's just, she looks a little young than I would expect someone to play Ellie. But don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure she'll do a great job. It's just one of those changes where it's like, okay, you gotta let me get used to it, right? Because I'm so used to Ellie and how she is in the games. Then now that they're doing a real adaptation, now I'm like, okay, I get it. It's not gonna be exactly like the game. I gotta remember that. So let me just build up to it. So okay, it doesn't bother me. I'm pretty sure, you know, everybody here are great actors. I'm seeing some great actors in this project, by the way, and I'm super excited about that. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they could do, especially now that since I'm in my semester and I'm getting back into the game, I don't want to put down the actors for them doing what they do, because I know, you know, doing stuff like this isn't easy. So I want to show us a little more appreciation to what they do. When it comes down to the concept of zombies, that's what I want to talk about. One of the biggest criticisms that The Walking Dead gets, and even a little bit of what I heard about The Last of Us, is the fact that, oh, it's kind of boring. And I remember I was like, why is it boring? And from what I heard, oh, well, because it's always about zombies. That gets boring after a while. Like with The Walking Dead, how many seasons can you do with zombies? And then immediately got on my nerves, and then I heard a lot about, well, The Last of Us is also, you know, boring because there's a lot of clickers, and I'm like, okay, idiot. Okay, shut up. I'm like, first of all, The Walking Dead and The Last of Us, one thing that they have in common that makes the game interesting is the fact that it's based off the humans, not the zombies or clickers. It's the characters, the humans. That's why the game is interesting, right? We're there to see how they're gonna survive. We're there to see who they're gonna go up against, because there are some fucked up people in that world, right? And either one. And the zombies or clickers, they're just kind of there just to help with the concept. I mean, are they the focus? At times, sure, but not all the time. You know, it's always about the people that are there. I'll definitely say this: The Walking Dead, even though I highly do enjoy the comic, I read the whole thing, I know how it was supposed to end. The show, it's fine. It started off okay, and then it became good. And then once they started killing off characters and making certain changes, it definitely went downhill. I'm kind of happy that it's ending, because I do feel like it overstayed its welcome, The Walking Dead. I feel like it was a season or two a little too long than it needed to be. I'm kind of happy that it's coming to a close now, because there were just so many things that they were doing where I was like, wow, you guys went off the comic. You guys had something great, and then you turn it into shit. and I get it, you're trying to make the best of it that you can, but it's just not there no more. Like, yeah, just end it. I could tell even the actors are getting tired of it. We're here with The Last of Us, right? It's a new concept, especially with the zombies, because these aren't normal, they're clicker, right? This is basically a zombie with a huge plant. Right? And that's what's so different and unique about it. And they're not like the Walking Dead zombies, right, where they're slow. No, like they run. They can run. So that's what makes it even more interesting, and I love that. But regardless though, am I excited about The Last of Us? Yes, I am. Am I looking forward to it? Absolutely. The teaser is great. HBO did a great job, and I'm looking forward to it. So with that said, lovers, if you guys like what you saw, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification for more content. As always, look forward to the next video verse, and with that said, have an awesome day. Later, verse.